Hi, Mike DePung here, and it's good to be back again. It's been a while since I've been on YouTube or any of the other social media platforms in terms of me producing something. And I'm here for a reason. Uh, I'm going to be releasing a series of videos, not long, not particularly engaging, probably, but I do want you to be aware of and um, to be looking for a book that I'm getting ready to publish. I'm not sure when, but there'll be some videos leading up to that, and you will know if you follow me when that is. And the book that I'm doing this book because, um, as you know, if you've listened to any of my videos, um, I listen to the spirits about me that we each have access to. It's a matter of relating our heart energy, not ego energy, but heart energy. We can relate to the heart spirits all about us. And when I say heart spirits, that means those energies that are being themselves no matter what. We human beings, we're the ones that have egos, and we get to choose ego or heart that we're going to operate by. I'm producing a volume of poetry because the spirits of the trees that I know, and I would love to speak to you about that in terms of how to know a tree, how to relate to them, and that's what I hope will happen in the volume that I'm going to share. And it's a very short volume, but I want you to be aware of it because I would love for you to get a hold of it when it comes out and to make your own meaning. In this day and age when there are so many problems, especially, well, I shouldn't say just here in the US, there are so many people who want to tell you what to think and how to think and what to believe. I want my work to enter to enter into your soul, and you decide what connections do you make with what you read, what you hear from my work. And what does it lead you to? What does your heart lead you to conclude, to construct your own meaning from it? In fact, one of my very favorite poets, my favorite American poet for sure, is Walt Whitman. And Walt knew and knows that it's important for you, the reader, for me, when I'm a reader, to construct our own meaning. Not to say, well, this guy told me what to think. This lady tells it like it is, and I need to believe it and do it. No, Walt Whitman said this, and I used to quote this to my classes when I taught. The reader is to do something, must himself or herself construct the meaning. Not the book needs so much to be the complete thing, but the reader of the book does. My work and any writer's work, in a real sense, whether they're aware of it or not, is meaningless until and unless um, a reader makes their own book out of it, makes their own poem out of it, that it becomes something in their soul, not based on my beliefs, but based on what I suggest to you. And that is what is so sorely needed today. We need to make up our minds about who and what we are as human beings, and how does that help us to relate to others? And not only to others, but we can't relate to others, and we're not being honest with ourselves or with anybody else if we look at a tree and see it as a commodity, if we look at a tree and can't stop to listen to the wisdom that's there. And along the way, I'm going to share some of those things about how that happens. But it has to do with being true to your heart, choosing heart energy to say, I want to understand myself. I want to live here. I want to spend my time here for the reason that I came here. And that's to know a whole bunch of things, to live a whole bunch of things, to experience a whole bunch of things. No matter how limited things may seem, the spirits around us connect us with the universe. In one of the poems that I wrote, or one of the videos that I made quite a few years ago now, um, I talk about the universe in my backyard. And that is true. I have the whole universe right here. It doesn't mean I don't want to go and explore and do more, but it's here. And I want you to know that for yourself. I want you to know your true essence of spirit, and that spirit is love. Know love. And when we consider that, and then we see that in relationship to nature, to the environment, to trees or animals or whatever it might be, when we see that and understand that, then we start becoming authentic. We become sincere and we understand how to start relating to one another and not in hateful ways, not in ways that um, are dependent on what do we get out of it? What is the bottom line? How many board feet of lumber can we get out of that tree? Or it's in the way and we could be building $1 million homes. And so we just, well, what I want you to do is to follow along the next few days or week or two. I'm not sure at this point, but I'm going to be sharing some of these things and leading up to the release of my book. Yeah, I have a title. Uh, I'd like to see what you think about it, but that's not for today. So until next video, thank you for being here and think about the value of poetry to make you uh, go into yourself, to choose heart, and to live why you came here to live. That's what great poets do. I don't know if I'm a great poet. Other people sure have been. Maybe you should be going back and reading some of their work too, like good old Walt. So until next time.